Have you ever stopped to think about the habits you've developed over the years and how they might be silently affecting your quality of life? As we age, certain behaviors that once seemed harmless can start to drain our energy, strain our relationships, and keep us from truly enjoying life. But what if breaking free from just a few of these habits could dramatically improve your emotional well-being, health, and happiness? Imagine how your life could change by eliminating just a few things that are unknowingly holding you back. In today's video, we're going to reveal 7 essential things you need to stop doing right now to reclaim control over your life. These habits might be affecting you in ways you never expected, from how you interact with others to how you perceive your health and emotions. If you stay with us until the end, you'll not only learn how to break free from these patterns, but also discover how making these changes can add more years to your life, and more life to your years. By watching until the end, you'll find practical ways to reconnect with your true self, gain back your voice, and reignite your sense of joy. Whether it's taking better care of your body, forming meaningful connections, or rediscovering your inner strength, every step we'll discuss is designed to help you unlock a more fulfilling and vibrant future. Don't miss out. Your best years might still be ahead of you, and it's time to embrace them fully. So, let's get started. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Stop accepting everything without question. Let's dive into a profound transformation you can start today. Stop accepting everything without question. Think about it. How often do you find yourself nodding along, agreeing with others, not because you truly resonate with what's being said, but simply because it feels easier? How many times have you held back your truth, keeping quiet to avoid upsetting the harmony around you, and swallowing your thoughts and feelings just to keep the peace? It's such a common scenario, especially as we grow older. Society teaches us, sometimes subtly and sometimes overtly, that keeping the peace means sacrificing our voice, blending in, and avoiding any stance that could stir up discomfort. But here's a hard and honest truth. Every time you accept something that doesn't sit right with you, each time you say yes when your heart is screaming no, you're giving away a piece of yourself. Bit by bit, these small surrenders chip away at who you are, until one day, you may look in the mirror and not even recognize the person looking back. Who have you become, and more importantly, how much of you remains? It's easy to think that going along with others is a way to avoid drama, dodge conflict, and keep things smooth and stress-free. After all, who wants to invite unnecessary tension into their lives? But let me tell you, the cost of this silent compliance is far greater than any fleeting sense of harmony. Every time you choose not to question something, to go along with it, you are relinquishing something so precious, so deeply tied to who you are, your voice. That voice, your voice, is your expression of self, the culmination of your values, beliefs, and unique perspectives. When you allow yourself to fall silent, to agree without truly agreeing, you are letting others make decisions for you and steer your life, often without them even realizing it. And this is how, over time, you lose your sense of self and your autonomy. This silent erosion of identity is a slow, insidious process. You don't see it happening day by day, but one day, you may feel the weight of regret, realizing that you've allowed others to steer your life. I've seen this happen to so many beautiful, good-hearted people. People who felt that with age, their opinions, their choices, their very voice somehow mattered less. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The years you've lived, the experiences you've gathered, the wisdom you've cultivated, these are treasures, priceless and irreplaceable. They give you a perspective that younger generations simply don't have yet, a depth of understanding that can only be earned through life itself. You've walked through joys, hardships, growth, and transformation, and all of that has shaped your voice into something uniquely powerful. You, of all people, should never silence yourself, especially when your voice comes from a place of hard-earned insight, compassion, and strength. It's a voice the world needs to hear. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Reflect on all the moments you wanted to speak up, all the times you had a different opinion but held back, choosing silence over honesty just to maintain a fragile peace. Each time you did that, you weren't just keeping the peace with those around you. You were trading away a bit of the peace within yourself. And that inner peace, that alignment with your true self, is far more precious than any temporary calm you might create in the external world. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to live a life that honors your thoughts, your beliefs, and your values. Don't let anyone, or any internal habit of people-pleasing, convince you that your voice is somehow less valuable. It's more valuable now than ever. It carries the weight of years, the depth of experience, and a richness of understanding that only time can provide. When you stop questioning, when you simply go along for the sake of convenience, you're not just compromising. You're gradually weakening your ability to stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Each time you silence yourself, you create a small fissure in your confidence. And over time, these fissures add up. This silent surrender can eventually lead to a feeling of helplessness, a sense that life is happening to you rather than with you, that you're drifting along instead of steering your course. It's easy to fall into this trap, especially when you're accustomed to thinking that harmony with others is worth sacrificing your peace. But there comes a time in life when you must ask yourself, is keeping the peace worth losing yourself? Now is the time to reclaim that part of you. It's time to break free from the cycle of quiet submission and begin honoring your inner voice. Take a stand, speak your truth, and give yourself the respect of questioning what doesn't feel right. Let your life reflect your values, your beliefs, your hard-won wisdom, not someone else's. Reclaim your voice, trust in your judgment, and remember that the person you've grown into deserves to be heard. Your voice matters because it's yours, shaped by the life you've lived. Embrace it, stand tall, and live a life that honors every part of who you are. 2. Stop ignoring your limits. Let's take a deep, honest look at the second essential step to living a fulfilling, healthy life: honoring your own physical and emotional limits. In our culture, there's often an unspoken pressure, especially as we grow older, to keep proving our strength, our resilience, and our worth by pushing through whatever challenges come our way. But what if this mindset, this relentless need to show we're strong, is setting us up for failure, for exhaustion, for pain? It's not a weakness to recognize that we change as we age. It's one of the wisest, most self-loving acts we can commit to: listening to our bodies, respecting our minds, and adjusting our lives to honor the journey we're on. I know that for many people, admitting limits feels like conceding to age or giving in to time. There's a deep-seated fear that by acknowledging, "I can't do what I used to," or "I need some help here," we're somehow letting go of our identity or admitting defeat. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, there's nothing more courageous or strong than recognizing when it's time to let go of the demands of your younger years and start living in harmony with the person you are today. Refusing to admit our limits isn't a show of strength. It's a denial that can lead us down a dangerous path of overexertion, burnout, and, sometimes, serious health consequences. Imagine, for a moment, the toll this takes on our bodies. When we push ourselves to keep lifting heavy objects, rushing around to meet every demand, or ignoring that ever-present fatigue in our muscles, we're not doing ourselves any favors. I've seen too many people ignore these signals, convincing themselves they can keep going like they did in their 20s or 30s, only to end up with injuries, surgeries, or chronic pain that could have been prevented. And the saddest part? Often, it's all because of a fear of looking weak or incapable. But here's the truth. There's an undeniable wisdom in saying, "I need to take a break," or "I can't do this alone." It's a choice to value your well-being, a testament to the strength it takes to listen to yourself. And it's not just about physical limits. Emotionally, as we age, we come to understand that our mental and emotional health is just as vital as our physical strength. Life has likely taught you many hard lessons, filled with both joy and sorrow, And it's important to recognize when we've taken on too much emotionally. There is immense courage in admitting when we need emotional support, when we need to take a break from stress, or when we simply need time alone to recharge. Far too many people burn out by refusing to acknowledge their emotional boundaries, pushing through sleepless nights and stressful days as if admitting they're overwhelmed means they're less capable. But you, just like everyone else, are worthy of peace and rest. Think about how often people around us push themselves too far, refusing to admit they're tired or in pain. Perhaps you've even known someone who suffered as a result, someone who injured themselves because they didn't want to appear weak, or who continued to work through pain, sacrificing their health for the illusion of strength. It's such a common story, yet it doesn't have to be our story. There's no need to punish ourselves for being human, for aging, or for needing help. We all go through changes, and accepting them is part of living a fulfilling life. The strongest people aren't those who push through every struggle alone. They're the ones who know when to step back, who understand the value of reaching out for support, and who recognize that it's okay to not be able to do it all. We're all a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more fragile, and a lot more human than we might care to admit, and that's not something to be ashamed of. Aging is not about giving up. It's about accepting that we are evolving, that our needs are changing, and that every phase of life has its unique beauty and purpose. Take a moment to reflect on all that your body has carried you through. Think of all the miles walked, all the burdens lifted, all the heartaches endured, and all the challenges faced. Isn't it time to honor that body, that spirit, by giving it the rest and care it deserves? Wisdom comes from knowing our limits, not from pretending they don't exist. By embracing your boundaries, you're not only preserving your health, but you're also giving yourself the chance to live a life filled with balance, a life that respects the amazing journey you've been on. So let go of the fear of seeming weak, and allow yourself to live in a way that honors who you are today. You're not losing anything by admitting your limits. You're gaining the freedom to live in a way that's authentic, mindful, and aligned with your current self. Take a deep breath, permit yourself to rest, and remember that your worth isn't tied to what you can do physically or how much you can endure. Your worth is in the wisdom, resilience, and beauty of the person you have become. So live fully, love deeply, and let yourself embrace this chapter with all the grace and courage it deserves. 3. Stop isolating yourself. The third essential change to make for a fulfilling, joyful life is to stop isolating yourself. Over time, especially as we get older, the allure of solitude can become overwhelming. The idea of staying home, skipping social gatherings, and letting friendships drift away can feel like a comfortable choice. Life may seem quieter and simpler without the demands of maintaining relationships, without the energy it takes to meet new people or keep up with friends. But in reality, isolation is a quiet but persistent thief. It doesn't just take away your social circle. It slowly robs you of your happiness, your purpose, your motivation, and even your health. Withdrawing may feel like the easy option, but it comes with real, often unseen consequences. Studies reveal that long-term isolation isn't just an emotional state. It has significant, damaging effects on our bodies and minds. Loneliness has been linked to a host of serious health issues, including an increased risk of heart disease, depression, weakened immune function, and even a greater chance of cognitive decline. When we isolate ourselves, it isn't just our social life that suffers. It's our whole being, mental, physical, and emotional. The effects of loneliness can slowly seep into our lives, taking a toll on us in ways we might not notice immediately but can ultimately cause deep harm. It's easy to brush off loneliness as just a feeling, but science shows it has measurable effects on our well-being, sometimes comparable to smoking or obesity. We are social beings by nature. From the time we're born, we thrive on connection. It's built into our biology to share, listen, laugh, and experience both happiness and hardship with others by our side. Our lives gain meaning and richness when shared with others. When we shut ourselves off from others, we are, in essence, depriving our minds and bodies of something fundamental to our health and happiness. I understand how daunting it can feel to reach out, especially if you feel like you don't have much in common with people anymore or if your energy levels aren't what they used to be. But please remember, the wisdom and life experiences you carry are like treasures. You have a wealth of stories, lessons, insights, and memories that others, friends, family, even new acquaintances, would benefit from hearing. Don't underestimate the value of these gifts. The world around you needs your voice, your insights, and your presence. Even the smallest social connections can profoundly impact your life and the lives of those around you. Imagine the power of a simple conversation over coffee, a phone call just to catch up, or a moment of laughter shared with an old friend. Each of these connections, no matter how brief or casual they may seem, has the potential to brighten a day, to bring comfort, to remind you that you're not alone in the world. These small gestures, small steps toward connection, are the building blocks of a fulfilling, joyful life. When we choose isolation, we're opening the door to loneliness, which, in a way, acts like a slow, silent poison. It creeps in gradually, chipping away at our emotional resilience and even our physical health. It starts as a quiet feeling, a subtle absence, but over time it can grow into something much more profound, a deep, aching void, a pervasive sense of emptiness. This emptiness can become a sadness that weighs us down, making us feel like something essential is missing from our lives. It can cause us to forget the beauty and joy that comes from connecting with others, to feel as though the world outside has moved on without us. However, there is hope, and it's never too late to change. Reconnecting doesn't require grand gestures or a complete lifestyle overhaul. It's about taking small, manageable steps to welcome connection back into your life. Start with the simplest actions: a phone call to an old friend, a visit to a family member, or a decision to accept an invitation you might normally decline. These small moments of connection can reignite a sense of belonging, joy, and fulfillment that may have been missing. You may find that even a brief conversation or a friendly exchange can lift your spirits, remind you of the warmth of human interaction, and bring a bit of light back into your world. Connection doesn't mean you have to surround yourself with people all the time. It's not about constant socializing or filling your calendar with endless plans. It's about finding meaning in the relationships and interactions that enrich your life, that make you feel seen, valued, and understood. Perhaps it's a heartfelt talk with a friend who truly listens, a moment of shared laughter with a family member, or a simple, genuine exchange with a stranger. These moments are what give our lives texture and meaning, what makes us feel alive. Connection nourishes us, gives us strength, and fills us with joy, and no matter our age, it's something we all deserve. Don't let isolation rob you of these precious experiences. You deserve to feel connected, to be valued, and to know that you are important to others. Imagine a life where you let yourself be a part of the world again, where you share, listen, and embrace the beauty of human connection. Think about the joy of seeing a friend smile, hearing a familiar voice, sharing a meal, or simply being with others. These experiences fill our hearts and remind us that we are not alone. Taking that step, even a small one, toward connection can bring more joy, peace, and fulfillment than you may realize. The happiness, companionship, and sense of purpose you seek may be closer than you think, waiting for you to take that first step. Reach out, open up, and let yourself feel truly alive again. 4. Stop neglecting your physical health. Let's take a closer look at this fourth, profoundly transformative step. Stop neglecting your physical health because of the misconception that it's too late to make a difference. This is one of the most dangerous and self-defeating beliefs we can fall into as we age, and yet, it's so easy to get caught in this trap. Maybe you've thought to yourself, "My body has endured so much already. What more can I ask of it?" Or perhaps you've simply accepted that you're not as spry or vigorous as you once were and have let yourself believe that nothing you do now would have a meaningful impact. Maybe you've even convinced yourself that trying to stay active or eat better would just be too hard or pointless at this stage. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. The truth is that it doesn't matter if you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond. Every single positive action you take for your health has the power to change your life in ways you may not even realize. Small, Consistent efforts can accumulate to create a powerful wave of well-being that affects everything you do. Imagine, for instance, adding a short daily walk to your routine. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You might think it's a small step, but that walk isn't just about burning calories or improving your heart health. It's a gift to yourself, a chance to breathe deeply, reconnect with the world around you, and allow your body the movement it so naturally craves. Even a few gentle stretches every morning can help relieve stiffness, improve circulation, and start your day with a sense of ease. These small acts are not trivial. They're steps toward reclaiming your strength, boosting your mobility, and ultimately, helping you feel truly alive. Imagine the power of a morning stretch, of lifting your arms high, feeling the stretch down your spine, and breathing deeply into your lungs. That isn't just exercise. It's a celebration of your body and all it has carried you through. Or think about the sense of accomplishment you'll feel after a peaceful walk around your neighborhood. Perhaps enjoying the beauty of a sunrise, the song of birds, or the sight of flowers in bloom. These moments are about so much more than physical fitness. They're about connecting with yourself and the world around you, finding moments of peace, and giving yourself the grace to savor each step. And let's not underestimate the extraordinary power of what we put into our bodies. Choosing a nutritious diet isn't just about healthy eating in the strict sense. It's about nourishing yourself, honoring yourself, and showing your body the care it deserves. Imagine the energy boost you'd feel by incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your meals. Imagine starting your day with a breakfast that fuels you, one that makes you feel vibrant and alive rather than sluggish or tired. And consider the long-term effects of those choices. A well-balanced diet can help you fend off common chronic illnesses that tend to appear with age, like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. These aren't just abstract medical terms. They're conditions that can sap your energy, your independence, and your joy. By fueling your body with nourishing foods, you're giving yourself a fighting chance to stay stronger, to stay active, and to maintain the freedom to enjoy each day fully. There's also a beautiful truth that's often overlooked. Taking care of your physical health profoundly impacts your mental and emotional well-being. When you take steps to care for your body, you're sending yourself a powerful message that you matter, that your well-being, your happiness, and your comfort are worth investing in. Each positive action, whether it's a nutritious meal, a mindful stretch, or a walk outside, affirms your value and reminds you that you still have so much to live for, so many memories to make, and so many moments to savor. And as you feel your physical body respond, perhaps feeling lighter, stronger, or simply more comfortable, your outlook on life becomes brighter. You'll find that you feel more empowered, more confident, and more capable of facing each day with optimism and joy. This journey isn't about pretending to be younger than you are or striving to fit a mold of youthfulness. It's about honoring your body as the incredible vessel that it is, one that has carried you through life's ups and downs, one that has been there for you even through the hardest days. It's about giving back to that vessel with compassion and care, about recognizing that every small effort you put in now can profoundly enrich the years you have ahead. Imagine waking up each morning feeling not only well but truly vibrant, with the energy and motivation to pursue activities that bring you joy, connect with loved ones, and cherish each new day. By choosing to prioritize your physical health, you're investing in your future, no matter your age. You're building a future where you have the strength to keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, spending time with grandchildren, or simply enjoying the freedom to take a walk whenever you please. Don't let the thought of, "it's too late," rob you of these possibilities. Every small step you take, whether it's a balanced meal, an extra lap around the block, or that overdue doctor visit, brings you closer to a life filled with more joy, more freedom, and more moments to cherish. Your health is a gift, one that you still have the power to nurture, regardless of the number of years you've lived. So, take that step. Give yourself the care and respect you've earned. Know that you are worthy of a life filled with vitality, peace, and purpose. Don't give up on yourself. There is so much more to experience, to see, and to feel, and you deserve to be at your best for it all. Embrace this opportunity to care for yourself, and let the joy of living well be your reward. 5. Stop sacrificing your happiness for others. This may be difficult to hear, but it's time to stop sacrificing your happiness, your health, and your dreams for everyone else around you. For so many of us, putting others first has become second nature. It feels almost like a moral duty, a part of our identity, an unspoken commitment that we've upheld for years or even decades. I know, this idea might feel wrong, unsettling even, especially if you've spent most of your life in the role of a caretaker. It's a role that can feel noble, selfless, and profoundly important. You may believe that your worth lies in how much you can give, how tirelessly you can care, and how many people you can make happy. But here's the truth that so many of us need to hear and internalize. Your happiness, your well-being, and your dreams matter just as much as anyone else's. Let's be honest. How many years have you put yourself last? How many times have you set your dreams aside, believing that one day you'd get around to them? You likely spent decades caring for others, being there in every way possible. Whether it was raising children, supporting a spouse, caring for aging parents, or even just always being that friend or family member who could be counted on for a helping hand or a listening ear. You've poured so much of your heart and soul into ensuring everyone around you is taken care of, safe, and happy. But let's pause and ask an important question. What about you? When was the last time you did something purely for yourself, with no thought of anyone else? When was the last time you put your desires, your own needs, and your happiness at the very top of your priorities? I know, even just thinking about it might feel selfish, maybe even wrong. But it's not. There is great strength and wisdom in recognizing that you, too, deserve a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Over time, constantly sacrificing yourself for others often leads to a painful reality. The very people you give so much of yourself to may start to take your kindness for granted. They may come to expect your time, your energy, and your love as though it's a resource without limits. They may not even realize the sacrifices you've made because you've been so good at hiding it, so strong in your silence, always smiling and assuring everyone that you're fine. But deep down, maybe you feel something different. Maybe there's a weariness, a quiet sadness, or a deep, unfulfilled longing that you've tried to ignore. Perhaps you feel drained, unappreciated, or even resentful at times. And it's okay to feel these things, because it's your soul's way of telling you that it's time to make a change. You've been a beacon of strength for so long. You've been the support, the caregiver, the one who quietly shoulders burdens. But here's a truth that I hope you can take to heart. You have the right to be happy. You have the right to pursue your dreams, to do things that fill you with joy, and to live a life that isn't solely centered around everyone else's needs and expectations. Constantly sacrificing yourself doesn't lead to true happiness or fulfillment. It can slowly chip away at your sense of self, leaving you feeling lost and empty. Imagine, for a moment, the freedom that could come from putting yourself first. Imagine finally saying yes to your dreams, embracing your own needs, and allowing yourself the simple, beautiful joy of doing things that make you come alive. Picture what it would be like to take that trip you've always dreamed of, to indulge in that hobby you've pushed aside, to spend time with people who lift you and energize you. Imagine being able to rest without guilt, to find peace without worry, to live without the constant pressure of pleasing others. It's not easy to change a lifetime of habits. It's not easy to start saying no to others so you can say yes to yourself. But this is a journey worth taking because, at the end of the day, you are just as deserving of love, care, and happiness as anyone else. You are not simply a source of support for others. You are a person with dreams, passions, with a heart that deserves joy. The truth is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot continue to give if you're constantly running on empty, always sacrificing without ever replenishing your spirit. When you finally start prioritizing yourself, not only will you begin to feel more fulfilled and at peace, but those around you will start to see the powerful, vibrant person you truly are. You'll inspire others by showing them that self-care is not selfish, it's essential. You'll teach them that a life well lived honors both our love for others and our love for ourselves. So let this be the moment you finally permit yourself to live fully. Permit yourself to take up space in your own life, to embrace joy, to rediscover your passions, to nurture yourself with the same love and care you've given to others for so long. This isn't about abandoning those you love. It's about making space in your life for you. It's about saying, I am worthy of happiness, too, because you are. And it's time to start living that truth. Don't wait for someone else to permit you to live the life you've dreamed of. That permission is yours, right now. So go ahead, embrace it. Embrace the freedom to live a life that is rich, joyful, and fulfilling. You deserve it more than words can express. 6. Stop living in the past. One of the most transformative choices you can make is to release yourself from the grip of the past and open yourself to the vibrant possibilities of the present. We all carry memories, pieces of our lives that hold joy, love, hardship, and growth. They are the silent witnesses to who we once were, the people we loved, the laughter, the triumphs, and even the sorrows that have shaped us into who we are today. These memories may bring warmth to our hearts, painting our minds with beautiful, familiar colors. And while they are treasures, they can also be chains, keeping us bound to a place that no longer exists. Living in the past can blur the present, clouding the beauty and promise in front of us. There is a unique tragedy to this, isn't there? To be so wrapped up in what once was that we miss out on what could be. Life continues to flow forward, yet when we dwell on what is behind us, we risk losing sight of the extraordinary moments unfolding right now. As time goes by, it becomes increasingly easy to believe that our best days are behind us. The memories feel richer, the emotions more potent, and it can seem as though life itself has become a faded version of what it once was. Maybe we replay certain moments in our minds, finding comfort in their familiarity but also feeling the sting of regret, a bittersweet longing for paths not taken, for words unsaid, or for the person we once were. Perhaps we dwell on friendships that faded, love that went unfulfilled, or opportunities we were too afraid to seize. Regret can be a heavy burden, a constant reminder of the what-ifs and if-only that cloud our hearts. This kind of thinking, however natural it may feel, is deeply limiting. It keeps us confined to a story that has already been written and prevents us from creating new chapters of happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. There is an empowering truth, waiting quietly beneath the weight of these thoughts. The past is gone. Yes, it has left its mark, it has shaped and taught us, but it does not define us. It does not own us. What matters most is what we choose to do right here, right now. Today holds possibilities that didn't exist yesterday. The potential to feel alive, to learn, to connect, and to find joy is still within reach if we dare to see it. When you cling too tightly to the past, you are essentially refusing to see the beauty that the present moment holds. Imagine it like looking out of a window into a familiar landscape, a place you've been to many times before, while outside your door, a new world awaits, ready to be discovered. This day, this moment, this very breath, it's not over for you. You are here, with a new page waiting to be filled with experiences, connections, laughter, and even new adventures. The idea that life's greatest moments are only for the young is a myth. There is always potential, always a spark of life within us, if we remain open to it. The future holds as many gifts as we are willing to receive, no matter how many years we carry. Each day offers a chance for growth, joy, and meaning. It's never too late to dive into a new passion, to pick up an instrument you've always wanted to learn, to reconnect with a friend, or even to discover something you never knew you'd enjoy. Imagine yourself as the author of a fresh story, one where every chapter, even the later ones, can be filled with purpose, love, and fulfillment. This doesn't mean we erase the past, nor should we ever seek to forget it, but rather we learn to honor it in a way that doesn't overshadow our present. Think of your past as a guidebook, something to draw wisdom from, but not something that defines where you are going. Let it be a reminder of the lessons learned and the resilience you have gained, not a cage that limits your potential. The past is rich with wisdom, but it's a place we visit in memory, not a place we live in. Remember, you can use what you've learned and who you've become as tools to create something new in this very moment. The journey of life is not meant to be a single, linear path with only one peak. Life is a tapestry, woven with moments that all hold the potential for beauty, even those that come later in the journey. The idea that the best is yet to come is more than a cliché. It is a choice, a belief that you carry forward each day. Look around you. There is so much that is still possible. There are places you haven't yet visited, people you have yet to meet, books waiting to be read, passions yet to be ignited. The best could still be ahead, but only if you allow it. Picture yourself waking up each day with an open heart, ready to embrace the moments that are waiting just for you. It might be a simple sunrise, a heartfelt conversation, or the satisfaction of learning something new. These may seem small, but in them lie the essence of a meaningful life. By choosing to live in the present, you are giving yourself the gift of seeing the world with fresh eyes, of finding joy in the simple things, and of creating new memories to cherish. This doesn't mean dismissing the past or pretending it didn't matter. Quite the opposite. It's about integrating those experiences into your life in a way that enriches your journey without overshadowing it. The past can be a foundation, a starting point from which you grow, rather than a place that confines you. Think of the possibilities waiting for you, the little adventures that life still has in store. It could be as simple as discovering a new cafe, finding a beautiful path for your morning walk, or striking up a conversation with someone new. Maybe it's finally picking up that hobby you've been curious about for years, or reconnecting with a passion you once loved but drifted away from. Life is full of hidden gems, and by living fully in the present, you give yourself the chance to uncover them. Remember, the time to live is now. You have within you the power to create a life that is rich with meaning, laughter, and love. Allow yourself to be present, to savor each moment, and to leave the past in its rightful place, as a memory, a guide, but not a prison. Embrace the journey forward with curiosity and courage, for it is in the present that you truly find yourself. This is your life, and every day is a new beginning. Let go of what was, embrace what is, and trust in the beauty of what can be. 7. Stop avoiding intimacy. Now, let's dive into the 7th crucial step in embracing a fuller, more joyful life. Stop avoiding intimacy. Many people shy away from intimacy as they grow older, convincing themselves that this part of life is past, that perhaps they no longer qualify for it, or that society somehow doesn't expect them to engage in romantic closeness anymore. This idea, that intimacy is only for the young, is a heartbreaking myth that has deprived so many of one of life's greatest joys. Intimacy has no age limit, no boundary that says, this far, but no further. It is a rich, rewarding aspect of human experience that only becomes more meaningful with time. The notion that our desire for intimacy simply fades away as we age is not only false, but it also robs us of the opportunity to feel cherished, loved, and close to another person. Imagine how free it could be to know that the journey of intimacy can continue for as long as you desire it to. Sex and physical closeness are not just for the young. They are for everyone who seeks connection, love, and the warmth that only intimacy can provide. Sadly, so many older adults neglect this beautiful part of life, often due to feelings of shame, the fear of judgment, or a deep-seated belief that they are somehow no longer fit for intimacy. But I urge you to let go of these notions because they couldn't be further from the truth. When embraced with an open heart and mind, sexual intimacy can be a profound source of joy, physical wellness, and emotional connection, regardless of age. But it's no secret that one of the greatest barriers standing in the way of intimacy for older adults is the ingrained prejudice of society. We are often taught, both implicitly and explicitly, that sex and romance are primarily for the young, that it is a luxury that diminishes over time. This idea is a damaging lie, one that denies us an essential and fulfilling part of our humanity. Far from diminishing, intimacy in older age can become even more profound, holding layers of meaning and connection that go beyond mere physical pleasure to reach a deeper level of companionship and understanding. Each shared glance, each touch, and each moment of closeness becomes a testament to the bond that we've built over time. It becomes less about the act itself and more about the feelings, the memories, the shared laughter, and the deep appreciation for the simple pleasure of being close to someone. The beauty of intimacy as we age is that it transforms into something more expansive and more profound. Physical closeness shifts away from the pressures of performance and appearances that might have preoccupied us in our younger years. It evolves into a language of connection, of warmth, of quiet understanding between two people who have chosen to be there for one another. When we let go of the youthful pressures to impress or live up to some unattainable standard, intimacy becomes about something far more valuable. Feeling cherished, feeling connected, and sharing an experience that comforts and uplifts us. In these moments, we realize that love and intimacy were never just about physical attraction, but rather about the joy of being accepted, valued, and seen. For some, the fear of physical changes that come with age creates a barrier to embracing intimacy. Yes, our bodies do change, and these changes may bring new challenges. But instead of viewing these changes as limitations, imagine them as invitations to explore new ways of experiencing pleasure and connection. As we age, we gain the wisdom and self-assurance to understand what truly brings us joy, to appreciate the uniqueness of our bodies, and to openly share our desires with a partner. Many people find that intimacy in older age is accompanied by a newfound freedom and confidence. Gone are the insecurities, the need to prove oneself, and the societal expectations to meet someone else's standards. What remains is an honest, relaxed approach to intimacy, where you are simply present, fully in the moment, with someone who cares for you just as you are. The key to embracing intimacy as we age is to adapt to these natural changes and discover what feels best now. Your relationship with intimacy may look different from how it once did, but that doesn't mean it's any less valuable or fulfilling. It may be more so, as you discover new ways to connect with your partner, perhaps through increased communication, gentle exploration, or simply sharing in the comfort of each other's presence. Intimacy in older age becomes an expression of love and understanding, of shared history, and of the beauty of human connection. The most important thing to remember is that this part of you, your need for closeness, your capacity for intimacy, remains alive, vibrant, and worthy of attention. Let's not overlook the tangible health benefits that come from intimacy in older age. Studies repeatedly show that maintaining an active intimate life is linked to better mental and physical well-being. Intimacy isn't just about feeling emotionally close. It's also about supporting a healthy body and mind. During moments of intimacy, our bodies release feel-good hormones like endorphins and oxytocin, which contribute to stress relief, enhance mood, and help build emotional resilience. Oxytocin, in particular, often called the love hormone, fosters a deep sense of trust and bonding. Imagine that each intimate experience is a gift to your health, lifting your spirits, calming your mind, and providing a natural boost to your immune system. The benefits don't stop there. Regular intimacy has been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease, improve sleep quality, and even decrease feelings of loneliness and isolation. By engaging in moments of closeness, you're nourishing both body and soul, bringing vitality and joy to your everyday life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This happiness and relaxation can permeate into other aspects of your life, giving you more energy, a brighter outlook, and a renewed zest for life. Yet, it's essential to remember that intimacy is unique to each person. There's no single way it should look, especially as you grow older. The only right way is the way that feels right to you. Desire doesn't vanish as the years pass. It only changes form, adapting to new understandings and preferences. So if intimacy still brings you joy and fulfillment, don't let age or societal expectations convince you otherwise. This is a beautiful, cherished part of life that belongs to you, now and always. If you feel unsure or hesitant, take the time to gather information, engage in open conversations with your partner, and, if needed, consult a healthcare professional. There are countless resources available to help you navigate the changes that come with age while still nurturing an active and satisfying intimate life. Your sexuality, your capacity for connection, is a gift that deserves to be cherished and expressed. You have every right to explore and enjoy this dimension of life, finding the comfort, joy, and fulfillment it brings. Reflecting on the steps we've covered, remember that many of the habits we pick up in our younger years may not serve us well as we grow older. As we age, it becomes crucial to evaluate which habits bring us happiness, well-being, and peace of mind, and which habits only hold us back. Aging should not be seen as an ending but as a new chapter, a time to rediscover what truly matters. By letting go of these outdated habits and embracing a new approach to intimacy, you're choosing a path of self-care, self-discovery, and joy. Life at any stage is precious and full of potential for growth, connection, and satisfaction. Intimacy is not something that belongs to the past. It's a gift that grows richer with time, enhancing every stage of life with warmth, trust, and understanding. Embrace this time, let these lessons guide you, and make this part of your life as fulfilling, joyful, and meaningful as it deserves to be. As we come to the end of this powerful discussion, it's time to reflect on the insights we've shared today. What have you learned so far? What new perspective or idea resonated with you the most? Take a moment to think about one thing you can take away from this video and bring into practice in your own life. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment below with what you found meaningful and how you plan to apply it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.